Thank you very much, guys. Really appreciate it. I wish I could have flown over here in a jet propulsion machine and excited people. But the topic here is very interesting, which is what Dream Sports, Dream 11, and Dream Capital, which is the group that I head, are doing to enable the Indian sports and gaming ecosystem. A little bit about myself. I'm the Chief Strategy Officer for Dream Sports. I've done a few things in my life. I've built a business in India and sold it to a strategic. I was a venture capital investor. We happened to invest in a company at an early stage which was doing something in fantasy sports. That company, while I was at Kalari Capital, ended up being Dream 11. And I joined Dream 11, Dream Sports 3 years ago to start this group. And our vision was really to invest in the next generation of entrepreneurs who would help us build a sports and gaming ecosystem on the back of what Dream 11 was doing. So diving straight in, I won't bore you with too many facts. Just making sure that my clicker is working. I don't think it is. Could the AV team? There we go. Thanks. So everybody knows GDP per capita in India went up 2x in the last decade. It's expected to go 2x next decade. Middle class households with income above 5 lakh rupees per year going up 2x in the next decade. But what's very interesting is, as we talk about Maslow's hierarchy of needs, when people have paid for roti, kapda, makan, what are they going to do? They're going to spend on entertainment. And we saw that in the last decade, spends per capita on entertainment went up 4 times. And it's only a question mark on how much they'll grow in the next decade. That's a very exciting time for a sports and gaming ecosystem, when users, consumers are looking to spend on things beyond basic needs. And we're already seeing this in the data. So what does that mean for gaming? Again, I won't throw many facts at you, but our estimates at Dream Capital tell us that the $3 billion market that it is in gaming, with 500 million gamers, by 2030 will be a $20 billion market in India alone. That's when India will kind of become an important, relevant industry in the global grand scheme of things. This 20 billion is just extrapolation, and the number of gamers is only growing from 500 million to 800 million. The reason for why this is growing is because Indian users are now starting to spend money on gaming, right? They're spending money on Dream 11, they're spending money on Battle Royale formats, and we see that increasing. But the 20 billion is an extrapolation, like I said. This could be 30, 40, 50 billion if we have more gaming unicorns coming out of the country, and that's what Dream Capital is trying to do, is trying to set up, encourage entrepreneurs to build large businesses in this space. Sports market, right? At our core, Dream Sports is a sports business. We have to talk about the intersection of sports and gaming. We expect the sports market to go from 24 billion to 100 billion in the next 5 years. That is twice as fast the growth rate in India versus any other market, any other sports market in the world. Very exciting times. 440 million digital viewers. Number of Indians playing sports will grow by 3 times in the next 5 years. Startling. It has huge impact on what kind of industries will come out in sports and gaming in the next few years. Moving on to what Dream Capital is doing, right? Because that's what I'm here to talk about. We have 11 portfolio companies, including Dream 11. So it's just a coincidence. We've deployed almost $200 million in the market. That's a large amount of capital to put into an industry that's coming up. And I wanted to show you what these companies look like. I'll come back to this slide. I won't spend too much time on it. But these 11 companies are creating an ecosystem for us, right? At the center of it is obviously Dream 11 and Dream Capital, DreamX, which is a business that I'll talk about. But there's a lot of other interesting companies in interesting spaces. Let me go and give you a few examples. Can I have the audio-visual team play a video on this business?
Good evening, everybody. There's been a big build-up to this match. Go! That's going all the way! Superb shot! Left it well there. Good catch. That's out of the middle of the bat. Oh, nice catch. That's a superb shot. Beauty of the delivery there. Good shot. Boom! They've done it! The winning runs with a massive shot! Go!
That, ladies and gentlemen, is India's first AAA high-quality sports cricket game. 3 years ago, we invested in an entrepreneur by the name of Rohit Gupta. We encouraged him to build this studio with us. He's got an amazing team. Credit to him and his team for building this game. It comes out in the next couple of months. If you want to pre-register, it's on dreamgamestudios.in. But it speaks volumes about the potential of sports and gaming. There is no FIFA for cricket. There is no FIFA on mobile for cricket. And it's a very, very interesting time. Very interesting time that Rohit is launching this game. We have very high hopes for it. If you can go to the next slide. So Strong is a business that is a platform that allows gamers to connect with each other and play any game on that platform. So if you are a Dream Game Studios fan, you can play Dream Game Studios on So Strong. You can play the cricket game. If you're a PUBG fan, if you're a Free Fire fan, you can go on So Strong, connect with a friend. If you're in Delhi, connect with a friend in Mumbai, and compete for rewards. So finally, there is a B2C online-first platform where people can connect with each other and compete for rewards. This product is already live on the Google Play Store. Please try it. Some people may have heard about radio. The Honorable Minister also talked about Web3, mobile gaming, how they intersect. This, for us, was a very large, almost $100 million investment in a business that is creating a set of IP that houses NFTs in sports. Radio has now created the largest set of rights of cricket players that you can, that have now produced and now houses these NFTs that you can go onto the platform and buy. But now Web3 alone, buying NFTs, is not good enough for us. What are you going to do with those NFTs? Which is why we felt like we should back radio, because those NFTs can now be used in the Dream Sports ecosystem. We've created a utility called d3.club, where you can go on, buy NFTs, put those NFTs in the game, play a strategy game, win money, win prizes, get those NFTs out, sell them, use those NFTs in the cricket game that Dream Game Studios is building. There's multiple utilities, and there's many, many others I can talk about. But finally, Web3 is allowing users to own a piece of the game. And radio was our shot at doing that. D3.club is how we've created a utility for Web3. The product's already live. DreamX, is a very exciting business. Amit Sharma is here. He's our CTO. He's helping us build DreamX. It is our first attempt at building a fintech platform. At our core, we have so many users who come in and deposit with us. They use that money to play games. Can we give them interoperable liquidity across different utilities, different games? Can we give them more use cases to save, spend, invest on DreamX so they don't have to leave the ecosystem? Convenience, many, many applications. I'm sure Amit will talk about it. But DreamX will hopefully help us hold the entire ecosystem together. Fan code, people might have heard about it last year when India West Indies was playing only for the first time on digital, on fan code exclusively. Fan code is our attempt of giving sports fans access to content that they may or may not see on larger OTT channels, because sometimes the ROI doesn't work out for those channels to have that. We as sports fans want to offer anything, tier 2, tier 3 sports. You want to watch Ranji Trophy, you want to watch CPL, Legends League, all of it is available on fan code. Coming back to our ecosystem, maybe we can start connecting the dots now, right? The same slide that I talked about last time. So if you're a sports fan, you will, before a match, you will go make a team on Dream 11. We have a business called Dream Set Go, where you can go online, buy tickets, buy an experience to go watch the match live. So let's say you made a team on Dream 11, you bought a ticket, you're in the stadium. You go to fan code, you're checking scores, you're watching highlights, replays while you're in the stadium. You go to radio, you buy NFTs of the players that are doing well, you put them into a strategy game. You watch the match, you go home, you enjoy. Fan code shop can send you merchandise for your favorite players and teams. And you can play a cricket game, a non-live cricket game, if you're done with live action but still want more of cricket or sports. This is how we are trying to put an ecosystem together and thinking about where the sports and gaming fan can spend time. There's many other companies, there's a fitness platform, et cetera, that I won't get into, maybe save that for next time. Dreamcast is something that we coined, I think, a couple of weeks ago. At Dream Capital, as investors, we want to back entrepreneurs. And entrepreneurs are in this room or watching are always wondering, where and what can I do? This is what's happening, this is the ecosystem. Where are the ideas to build? Look, so Dream Capital looks to invest in businesses that already have product market fit, but what we try to do is coin this term called Dreamcast, where we can tell you, maybe over the next 10 years, what are we thinking is high probability of what's going to happen in the sports and gaming world. So our first Dreamcast is that AI, and a gentleman before me spoke about this, that about the potential of AI. AI will be athletes. What do I mean by that? I believe that, or our entire team believes, and this is already happening in the US, that AI is becoming intelligent enough to give it data and input and let it play a simulated match of any sport, football, basketball, eventually cricket. And AI in a simulated world while you're watching it on television or on a digital app will get smarter and develop skills to get better at a sport. And watching simulated gaming is going to become second most popular after watching live sport. This is, again, like I said, happening in the US. We believe it will happen in India over the next 10 years. Please look out for this. Sports will become an investable asset class. People will be, like people invest in the stock market, people will be able to invest in sports, teams, players, stocks of players. Again, already happening in the US. It should come to India. I'll do both of these together. Your phone will become your AR, VR device in the next 10 years. We've already seen the Oculus become much cheaper. We think there's Indian entrepreneurs that are building AR, VR devices that democratize the price of VR. And we think as a result of that, Ready Player One, which is a movie that we all saw maybe 5 years ago, is going to be a reality. Kids will be gaming with AR, VR devices, but they will be spending a significant amount of their time in the metaverse, getting smarter and smarter. There's a business which is almost $2 billion in revenue called Roblox. It's a public company where kids are going online, picking up skills, interacting with other kids, and learning in the metaverse. So just think about the applications of what can happen in the metaverse for a sports and gaming company. Very interesting thought. Fans will control sports. Right now, fans watch sports. Web3 allows people to own assets in gaming. Fans in sports will go out there and take decisions in a live sport. We truly believe that. Again, some entrepreneurs in the US are already developing interesting products around this. I think entrepreneurs in India should think about this. And for sure, I think everybody knows this, India will become a multi-sport nation. Right now, we're cricket crazy, kabaddi, football, a lot of new formats of sports are coming in. I think in the next decade, you'll truly see, a level playing field where there'll be other sports and more entrepreneurship, more innovation, more sports commerce, more merchandise. Anyways, I'm an optimist, but I really truly believe that we are at an inflection point in this country for sports and gaming. It's a pleasure talking to you guys. If there are any entrepreneurs in the room, anyone watching, please write to us at intros@dreamcap.in, which is our email. Please send some details about your business. We will evaluate whether it is a product market fit. We don't want to just invest in ideas. We can happily give you guidance, but we're looking for people who've already built a product or significant progress in building a product, so we can help it scale with access to our users, with access to capital, access to connecting our ecosystem. Thank you again for having me here.